One of the problems that we have with forward bank examiner, someone who has had the background education to understand the way that you structure loans, the way you structure financial dealings. Whenever they started the secondary market loans, where they were loaning more money than they were actually the collateral was bringing, I told my brother at the time, I said, this is an accident waiting to happen. And sure enough, it did. Those people who did that knowing full well that there was risk involved. Obviously, the interest rate is always reflective of the rate, of the risk that you take. As a result, just like anybody else that played the stock market, if they knew they were taking the risk, and as a result, I feel very strongly that they took the risk. We're not bailing out every person who played the stock market. Why should we bail out every person who played this game? The ones who got hurt in this situation are the consumers. Consumers who took out these loans in good faith, believing that they were going to be working with someone who would work with them. And obviously these people were taking advantage of it. From that standpoint, I believe the federal legislation that's in place that they're working on as we speak is something that goes along the line that will help those consumers. It's forcing the credit people to write down their loans to be able to have a bankable loan, and as a result make them keep the rest of it. And I think that's an appropriate way to help the people who are in this position, as well as recognize those individuals, those groups, those businesses that are in this business to take advantage of the inflationary times that we had in the real estate market to pay the price for the gambling. We all know that things go up, things go down. They're big boys, they understood that, they played the game, they lost. I don't believe we need to bail everybody out of this situation. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr.
Well, thank you. As far as economic policy, stock and mortgage bailouts, in general, I would say that the market should correct itself. I believe in competition, and I believe that in this country, our capitalistic form of government has served us well. I do believe, though, that in the situation that the general public has been duped when they are offered a loan that's 120% value, it just will not work. And so the lending institutions that took part in that were very knowledgeable, knew what they were doing, and did so, I believe, in a disingenuous manner and should be punished for that. However, I also hate to see the general public suffer from that. So in this instance, I would be in favor of helping those who have procured those loans that are practically impossible to deal with the way they were structured and allow a restructuring. But in the future, I would hope that after having had their hands smacked for doing so, that this would not continue. And again, I underscore, I believe that stock and mortgage bailouts should correct themselves generally. Thank you.
Mr. Olivo.
Jim, no, I do not support government bailout. I too am an advocate of the free market. I think it sets a bad precedent, and they're referring to the mortgage crisis. I don't believe that. I mean, I know folks are pointing to predatory lending, but I don't believe that those people should be punished. Instead, I think we should look to maybe bolster financial literacy. A lot of people in the United States, we tend to live beyond our means. We live on a credit card. Credit is, I think it's the era of the virtual dollar, if you will, Jim. I think we need to get back to teaching financial literacy, simply how to balance a checkbook before you get out of high school, things like this. So just to underscore, I am for the free market, let the markets correct themselves, and let's make a shift towards more education for financial literacy. Thank you.
Thank you. Certainly those who committed fraud, banks, mortgage companies that committed fraud against the American homeowners should be prosecuted to the full extent of the law. But no, we should not be bailing out special interests for bad business decisions.
Mr. Bishir.
Again, I am so in love with the American people and what we're able to do is give it a chance. When the government does not stop us from doing the kinds of things that we know that are right and that we know we can do. We cannot legislate stupidity. And that might sound harsh, but we can't. Stupid people do stupid things. And again, I know that sounds harsh, but they do and they'll continue to. They will. But criminal acts, when everyone knows, almost everyone knows, and I agree with Brock, maybe we do need more education on that only a certain percentage of your money can go towards house, car, food. We know that. We learned, a lot of us learned that in junior high and high school. When a bank or a mortgage company is charging 120% of the value of the house, in my mind, that's criminal. If it's not, it should be. And there's congressmen who will pass laws like that to try to help those people that do need help in those ways. But we can't bail out every time somebody does something that gets them in trouble. A lot of times people take chances and they come out okay. Government bailouts, we need to be very careful about, again, what we're spending on